how do we define custom rules? Yeah, so we have our own rules playground. We call it custom rules editor. So which helps you define custom rules easily with some syntax highlighting errors as well. So let's go to that view, window show view other. We go to the same category, that is IZ Analyzer, and then use custom rule editor. So yeah, so once we open custom rule editor, this is the view. And before we define any custom rule, let's take an example and drive with the example so that it is easier to understand. Let's say I have a database select component, and I do not want any queries to be hard coded over here. And instead of it, I want the queries to come from a property file rather than hard coding it over here. So let's try to add a rule for this particular use case. That is, no queries should be hard coded in the connector level. So in the custom rule editor, so the very first thing is the rule name. So the rule name says, okay, database DB query should be externalized. And let's say I will add today's date for this, so just be assured. Okay. And now next comes the rule category. We can choose the appropriate category. Is it a bug or a code smell, and a corresponding severity. And the main thing is the rule definition. So the custom rules in IZ Analyzer are written using simple Groovy scripts. And this is the Groovy script for the example that we are looking at. It's hardly 4 to 5 lines of code apart from the declarations. So this would go ahead and check if the queries are hard-coded in the DB connector. So once we have a rule definition, there is a feature to test if the rule is valid before we publish it onto the server. So let's say I'll try to evaluate this rule. This evaluation would say, okay, the rule definition is fine, which says success. And line number 6 in this file has a matching issue. So when I go to line number 6, yeah, so this is where we have the query hard coded, which means our rule is working. So once we are happy with the rule definition, we can go ahead and publish it onto the server. So how do we publish it to the server? When I say server, it is again pointing to the same place where we have the service URL configured, which was configured earlier. So the rule would be published to the same place. So let's go to publish rule. There's a section at the end called publish rule. So this is where the rule can be published to the server. Now let's say I'll publish this rule. Okay, it says, okay, the rule has been published to the server. So you might get a query saying, can all developers publish the rule to the server? And the answer is no. Only users with authorized or only authorized users would be able to publish it to the server. And how would we know the user roles? It is based on the token. Again, in preferences, we had configured access token. So the access token is associated with the rules in SonarCube again. So if the user has the rule, then the rule can be published to the server. Analyzer.integralzone.com. Okay, so I'll go to the rules section, and then probably it was 17 around there. Yeah. So this is the rule that we just published. And once we get into the rule definition, yeah, we see this rule with the definition we just populated over there. So the same definition is there in the server as well. So let's go back to Anypoint Studio again. Now we wanted to look at the AutoFix definition for this particular rule as well. Yeah, let's go to custom rule editor again. Let's maximize this. Okay, so here is the rule definition that we saw earlier. And this is the AutoFix definition. Both are similar Groovy code. There's no difference. Both are written using Groovy scripts. And this is the definition for the AutoFix for the rule that we just added.